All right, guys, before we dig into metrics, I wanted to talk a little bit about data and understanding the differences between this data here and what might be on Seller Central, just to clear up any confusion before going forward. Now, the data here, when you set up an account, you're going to get 60 days worth of data. So if I signed up on May 16th, I'm going to go all the way back to March 16th, about 60 days back. That is the maximum amount of data that the Sponsored Products API allows us to get. So just keep that in mind when setting up an account, because very often people say that their data looks a little different than what's on Seller Central, and that's because we can only go back 60 days from the time that you start your account. We will then begin to accumulate data from that point. Every single day, we're going to fire the robots to collect more data, and that data will be on your system or in the system for you forever to view. So another common thing that people get a little confused about is that on this dashboard over here, if you don't have all of your SKUs selected, then this data might seem a little bit different. We're only going to reflect the data from the SKUs that you have selected in your settings tab. And let me show you guys that here. If you go over here and click on Reselect SKUs, you're going to notice that these are the SKUs that are selected. So there's only 2 SKUs that are selected. If I clicked on Reselect and there were several other SKUs in there and I selected those SKUs, then all of the SKU data from all of those SKUs that we selected are going to show up in the main dashboard right over here, and the products are also going to show below. So make sure that you have your SKUs selected going forward. The other thing is make sure that you're comparing the same date ranges. So a lot of times we get people saying that there's a little bit of a difference and they're not comparing the same date ranges inside of Entourage versus Seller Central. And what you could try doing is going back just to one day and then comparing it that way, and that should clear everything up. All right, so those are the main concerns with data, just to clear that up, because the data we get directly from the search term reports inside of Amazon, so the data should be very precise. Also know that we send a robot out every single day to collect additional data. However, there is a bit of a delay compared to Seller Central. So the more recent data might be a little bit different than what is displayed inside of Seller Central, simply because of that lag time in collecting the data. But if you looked at your data from about 4 or 5 days ago, that should be right on and precise.